What kind of life lessons you draw from his life, his journey?
Yeah, one life lesson is that all of us are not there to create superstars, we are there to create a super team. That's our job, and that is something which we try and do day in day out. Try and keep everyone equal, try and treat everyone equal. That is very, very important. As a coaching staff, our job is to create a super team, and that is where I or him or anyone in our support staff is not a coach for a particular individual. We are a coach of the Indian team, and hopefully we can create a super team where people can go out there and flash. And
Thank you. Very quick question answer session with you, Gautam ji. Obviously, it's night. Everybody wants to listen to you. Vimal Kumar. Obviously, you know him from Ranji Trophy, international cricketer, now the head coach, management.
look, first of all, I want to congratulate Vimalji for the launch of this book and for writing this book. For me, I think most important thing is that I've known him for the last 20 years, and forget about being a journalist. I think he's a very nice human being. For you to be a really good journalist and an honest journalist, you need to be an honest human being as well. And that is something what he's achieved in his profession. And that is something I think it deserves a round of applause. Because in a profession in today's world, you being a journalist, obviously, there's a lot of stories and a lot of things you have to say which actually is not true. But there are very few people who still have stuck with honesty, stuck with the right news, the positive news. And I think Vimal has done a fabulous job covering Indian cricket and most importantly covering sport. And I hope going forward he remains the same and hopefully continues supporting Indian cricket, because Indian cricket doesn't belong to me, doesn't belong to the captain, it belongs to all of us who are the honest supporters of Indian cricket, and I hope we all continue to support Indian cricket.
Very quick one. Obviously, every fan listens Vimal when he is, telling the story about the team and everything. How team is getting motivated of all those, stories he's telling when he's around? Do you guys listen to him, watch his videos, get motivation and all those stuff?
Yeah, a lot of boys do, and I think that's a good thing as well, because sometimes it's important to have some live videos as well. Sometimes it's important to have the right perspective as well, an honest perspective as well. As I just mentioned before, that in today's day and age, everyone wants the views, everyone wants the TRP and all that stuff. But for the most important thing in today's sports journalist is that if you can support the Indian cricket with honesty and with accountability and with the right positive news, I think everyone would definitely want to listen to that.
Any life lesson of Gautam Gambhir in cricket, outside cricket, want to share with our audience today?
Look, I don't know whether I want to share my life lessons, to be honest. I think
Lessons from cricket.
my life lessons from cricket, I think, has been that try and live your life with honesty. I think keep doing the right things for Indian cricket, because as I just mentioned, Indian cricket doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to anyone sitting in that dressing room. It belongs to all of us. I think Indian cricket belongs to 140 crore Indians, and we will continue to try and make every Indian proud. Try and do the right things. Sometimes, even if I have to face a lot of criticism, and that is what cricket has taught me, to do the right things, walk the right path, and keep supporting Indian cricket. And not only as a coach, but as a fan as well.
Gautam, I just wanted to ask because I have seen you from Ranji Trophy days, and you saw when you were growing up, Indian media, especially the news channel, had just come. There's so much stories going around. You handled it as a player. You had the maturity. Then you went to broadcasting. You know all these things. But this new generation of cricket, all these youngsters, when you interact with them, there's so much social media, so much. So, is there any instruction from you how to switch off, how to keep the noise off? What has been your suggestion? Does everyone handle it differently? You trust that anyone who has made it to the Indian team, he or she knows how to handle it?
No, it's a fabulous question. I think it's really hard on the young boys. It's tough for the young boys as well. In today's day and age, with so much of social media and so many different platforms saying so many different things, be it the YouTubes and other things, I think it is very important to cut the outside noise. And I keep telling the boys, I think the most important opinion that matters is the opinion of the dressing room, and people who are sitting in that dressing room, that is the only opinion that matters. If you start listening to the outside noise, which most of the time is not true, I think it is very difficult for you to focus as well. So I think boys so far has reacted brilliantly, because it is very important in today's day and age to cut down the outside noise and only focus on what the dressing room wants them to achieve and do. And the only opinion and support that matters is people sitting in that dressing room, and no doubt they will keep supporting the boys who have the right intent and intention to take it and bring it forward.
Gautam, one final question on Sitanshu Kotak. A lot of people, maybe they may not be knowing much about Sitanshu, but whoever has been following Indian cricket knows what Sitanshu Kotak is, a giant of Indian cricket. And for me, if you ask me, more than Gautam Gambhir, I'm inspired by his story, because maybe I may be thinking I cannot be Gautam Gambhir, it's Gautam Gambhir, but I can be Sitanshu Kotak. So my question to you, Gautam, you always back those who somehow haven't got the limelight, or they have not been rewarded. Someone like him, working with you, he's coaching the superstars, like so many superstars in Indian cricket team. What kind of life lessons you draw from his life, his journey?
Yeah, one life lesson is that all of us are not there to create superstars, we are there to create a super team. That's our job, and that is something which we try and do day in day out. Try and keep everyone equal, try and treat everyone equal. That is very, very important. As a coaching staff, our job is to create a super team, and that is where I or him or anyone in our support staff is not a coach for a particular individual. We are a coach of the Indian team, and hopefully we can create a super team where people can go out there and flash. And more importantly, I think the results in front of you, since Sitanshu Kotak has taken over, you can see the results, be it from the Champions Trophy, be it from the England series to now. I think the batters have performed. I think we got the results. Hopefully there's still a long way to go. And sometimes it is not important for you to talk about, it's the result that should talk about it. And I think people will definitely appreciate what Kotak has done behind the scene, and that is something which is always very inspiring, because for you to be a great coach, you don't need to be a great player. I think you need to be a great human being to be a great coach and a great leader. And that is something which is important. I've always believed one thing: great leader, great human beings become great leaders, and great human beings also become great coaches.
So much. One question to Sitanshu bhai, who has been here in the whole evening, and I'm really honored that you have come here. Sitanshu bhai, ever since you have joined Indian cricket team, I saw you were in Ireland, you were working with the India A boys, and first time when I saw you during the Ireland tour a few years back, everyone was all the boys were shared such a wonderful rapport. I thought, okay, young kids coming and they are sharing wonderful rapport with you. But when I saw with the Indian team, you were never intimidated by the big name. You were just conducting like you were just coaching Saurashtra team. For you, how difficult or how easy it is to be, suddenly from a low profile domestic giant to suddenly with the Indian team, where every action is monitored, everything is being scrutinized. How you have handled this so far?
Honestly, when you come to this environment, it's not dependent on the head coach. Not because Gautam is here, because how he treats his support staff, I think players will look at the support staff accordingly. So I think he has been very honest. Whatever I have seen in few months, the only intention he has is we have to just support our team, try and help the players. And I've always been of that kind of environment I've seen, and it's been unbelievable what I've seen in last 8-10 months. Because he says to all of us, it's not me. We'll treat everyone equally, whether it be a very senior player or a player coming first time in the team. So all those things and the amount of respect he gives to the support staff, so obviously players will have to respect all of us. And it's more than that, we try and give our best for all the boys, and so far it's been a great journey.
Just before I let Gautam and Sitanshu bhai go, because we all know that tomorrow there is a high profile game, last game of the series. Fortunately, India is leading. India decider for India, because India has never lost a T20 series on Australian soil. So I'm hopeful all of you will be cheering up for Team India tomorrow. Just wanted to tell one small story because I'm left. And this is not about an Indian cricketer. This is about Sunil Narine. He was part of the KKR team. So Sunil Narine was doing exceedingly well, and this was around T20 World Cup. So West Indian team, they wanted Sunil Narine in their national setup. But Sunil had already decided that he will not play for the West Indies. So they were not sure, the West Indies official coaches. So they said that how to convince this guy, Sunil Narine. So someone told them, you guys can't convince, just approach Gautam Gambhir. And if Sunil will listen to anyone, it has to be Gautam Gambhir. He said, yes, I play, but just ensure you are the coach of the West Indies team. Is that story correct, Gautam? I have never asked you, but I have just taken this liberty on this occasion. Can you just elaborate on that?
Yeah, it is because I know that I think it was Robin Powell. He was leading West T20 West Indian T20 side. In fact, he told me. In fact, Russell also told me because they were trying to announce a squad and they desperately wanted Sunil Narine because that was one spinner they were missing. And obviously, he was in great form in 2024 when we won the IPL. KKR won the IPL and he was what? He's had what 600 odd runs. So they wanted someone like him. So they asked me to convince him, and I actually asked him. I said that why would you go and play the World Cup? Because obviously these guys are desperate for you to go and play the World Cup. And the only reply I got from him was that if I become the West Indian coach, he would definitely play the World Cup, but then that wouldn't have been possible. And yeah, it's been sweet of him. I think.
What was your reaction when you heard this?
See, that's the kind of relationship I share with him. I think our relationship is not of a player and a coach or a player and a captain. I think we've had some great moments together. We've had some really low moments together. I still remember a young boy coming in 2012, was it? I think it was in 2012, a shy guy, which was picked out of nowhere. In fact, no one knew who Sunil Narine was at that time. And we picked him for KKR, and then from there on, our relationship was never of a captain and a player. I think it became more of a friend and a brother. And then that's how the relationship has gone so far. And if we continue, sir.
Thank you so much. As always, very honest and very clear, Gautam Gambhir. Thank you so much for coming over.